There's all this pressure at the top of the year to have your goals figured out and, what are your milestones and all of these things. And those things are important to a degree. Okay. But here's what I want you to focus on before you even worry about some of those things yet. Hello, Mavens, and welcome to another episode of Success with Saneness. So here we are at the top of 2023, and I want to share a little inspiration with you on kickstarting your year, not so much focused around your goals or resolutions if you do those, but really I want to talk about being gentle with yourself. Let's start with gentleness. There's all this pressure at the top of the year to have your goals figured out and, what are your milestones and all of these things. And those things are important to a degree. Okay. But here's what I want you to focus on before you even worry about some of those things yet. First, I want you to be gentle in resetting your mindset because the things I'm going to be sharing with you are all about creating space for the things that we want to receive or work toward for this new year. So again, that first one is mindset. And, there are some experiences that we have come through in 2022, good and bad, that have adjusted our mindsets for better or for worse. So I want you to be intentional to examine some of those so that you make sure you're not bringing a lot of bad mindset into the top of this wonderful new year, so that is not your hindrance, so that your mind is clear about what you do want to achieve and that there's no baggage mindset that's going to keep you from achieving that. So spending a little bit of, I do it in the morning as part of my morning routine, quiet time, listening to yourself, listening to what your thoughts are telling you so that here are a few things I need to tackle or make some adjustments on or flat out get rid of. Okay. Be clear about that. The next thing I want you to be gentle with yourself on creating space in is clean up your digital space. I took some time at the end of last year, top of this year, to do just that. Why do you need to clean up your digital space? As you're setting your goals for the new year, things you want to achieve, you are creating space to work on those things, to need those things. I went through my Dropbox, my Google Drive, and just got rid of files I no longer needed or that were duplicated in both places. All of these things, because that again, just in our minds, clears out space for what we want to receive for this new year. So clean out your digital space, clean out your inbox. One of the other things I do is I go through and look at all the email lists that I'm subscribed to, and I unsubscribe from things that I no longer need or that are no longer serving me. Now, let me be clear in saying that does not mean the content that I was receiving went from good to garbage or I no longer like that person. I just don't need the information anymore. And so I don't want it just coming into my inbox, cluttering up my inbox when I know I'm not going to read it, not going to open it, those things. So that's another thing that I do is go through, look at the email list I'm subscribed to, and just simply unsubscribe from the things that no longer serve me. And then while you're in that good inbox, because if you're like me, you have multiple email addresses, take some time and go through and clean out the probably thousands of emails you have that you already looked at and took care of. You're not going to need those. Maybe they were sales emails or something, and delete. Again, we're talking about cleaning up our digital space to make room for the things we want to receive in 2023. So clean up that digital space and that inbox. Here's another one that I do at the end of the year. I unsubscribe or unfollow people that their content also no longer serves me on social media platforms. Again, that doesn't mean that person has done something wrong or whatever. If they're not serving what I need, then I just unfollow. Okay. Again, there are some people you've been following, and every time their content comes up, you're like, ugh, why am I still following this person? And then we just keep scrolling. We do that all year. Now is the time to stop the scroll and unsubscribe, unfollow people, businesses, whatever it is that no longer serve you. Okay. Now, this last and final one I'm going to share is probably more geared toward my single mavens, but I'm going to move in real close so you can see, Maven, what I'm saying. Clean off the other side of your bed. Go ahead. Yeah, I know. You got your stuff there. You have your laptop and you have all of these books and magazines and mail that you've opened or not. Clean off the other side of your bed, Maven. Don't make it a workstation. Don't make it a workstation. Now, I know if you read books at night before you go to bed, great. But if you're not reading 10 books, I hope not, get rid of some of that stuff. Make the other side of your bed, even if it's open, to be open and not a clutter space. Okay. Make sure your bed is where your mind knows when we get to this bed, we're going to rest. We're not going to take our laptop and continue working. I know you've been doing it. I know. I get it. 2023. Don't do it. Seriously, I'm looking at you. Don't do it. I know you hear me. Do not do it, Maven. Clean off the other side of your bed. All of these things that I'm talking about are being gentle with ourselves to create space in our digital space, our inbox, our social platforms, our physical beds where we rest so that we have space to receive the things that we say we want for 2023. So drop a comment. Let me know if any of those resonated with you, or if there's some other things you thought of that you will be being gentle with yourself to clear out space for. Until next time, Mavens, keep doing your BAM thing.